Hey everyone, Aaron here. In this video I want to talk about the status of marketing in 2019, and I want to talk about what marketing used to be, and I want to talk about what it is now. And the reason why this is important is because people who were doing well years ago, or people who are starting out now from the very beginning, are finding it really difficult to get the call volume and the sales they need to really grow their business. And I want to try to explain what I think is going on in this video, so maybe it could help you out and help you to understand where to go if you're struggling right now. So first of all, 10 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, all a company needed to do was put their information in the yellow pages, maybe buy a billboard, maybe even put their name on one of these contractor listing sites. And that was enough to generate call volume, right? And they could build their business, they could go off of referrals, repeat business and everything like that. But for, I guess, a lot of different reasons, the landscape has completely changed. It's become difficult. People who had success in marketing back then are going out of business and struggling, and people are scared. And I think the main reason why that's happening is because the customer has changed. You know, the customer that lived in your area 10 years ago is either not the same customer that lives there today, or their behavior has changed. And what I think is really going on here is people are transitioning, or have almost completed the transition from being old school to look for services with Facebook and Yellow Pages, and even the old online directories. People have changed from doing it one way to doing it another way. And to make matters worse or better, depending on who you are, the people who own the platforms where this advertising takes place, companies like Google, what they've done is they've taken on more of a role in showing people companies that they might want to do business with. And so everything is completely changed. And what I've learned from doing marketing for small contracting businesses like this is not all of these different advertising channels work. You know, you can test 5 of these and may only get 1 or 2 of these to work. And figuring out which ones work is a huge task, because, you know, most people just basically throw money at it and wait and see if the calls increase, but you really don't know if those calls are coming from that resource channel or some other one. And so what has to happen is you have to implement tracking, conversion and call tracking and stuff like that. And when you start doing that, that gets into lots of big money, and small companies just really don't have the resources and the advertising budget to pay a company to track all that stuff. And so what I've tried to do is I've created something. It's a course that really walks you through the process of figuring out what works for your company and teaching you how to track it so you can get rid of the waste and only use that which is working. And I've been doing internet marketing for 10 years now, and I've learned a lot. I've spent over $1 million of my own personal money in advertising, and I've spent a lot of my clients' money too. And so for companies that have a skid steer as really their core tool in their business, that includes landscapers, that includes small forestry companies, it includes even lawn care companies that want to aspire to do more. You know, forestry mowing companies, mulching companies. If you own a skid steer today and you're struggling to get the call volume and the gross revenue that you need to cover your overhead and put food on the table and make good money at it, I think that what I have to offer is perfect for you. And so what it is it's a course. It's an online course, and that walks you through the process of what I would do if I was starting from zero tomorrow with your business. And you know, the reason why I created a course is because, again, in order to do marketing the right way, it takes lots and lots and lots of hours to do it the right way. You have to set it all up, you have to track everything, and it's a lot of work, right? So most companies, who do it correctly have to charge anywhere from $2,000 to $7,000 or $10,000 a month to run something like this. And the small guys simply don't have the resources to afford that. And so that's one of the problems that I've run into. I've done internet marketing for small contracting companies for years, and the problem I keep coming up against is they don't have the budget to pay me to really put in adequate time to get them to really get that phone ringing. So my goal now with this course is to take you wherever you are now with low call volumes or no calls at all, and get you, to a point, hopefully within 30 days, maybe 45 days, maybe 60 days, if you do what I tell you to do, get you to where your phone is ringing consistently every day of the week, and your schedule is filling up with appointments and going out to do work. And something else that's going on in this course that I've created, I've got a partner who is in the industry and is actually on the business side and is out in the field doing the work, answering the calls, qualifying the callers to make sure they're a good customer who will pay and not just waste your time, closing the deals over the phone. And his name is Johnny, and he's also an instructor in this course. And so I think that what you have here is a course that takes the internet marketing component and the ability to close and execute on the work, and it combines that into a very powerful I guess just resource of information that can teach you to go from nothing or zero to 6 figures in a year. And so, we can't make any promises with something like this. Lawyers would sue us up and down for making guarantees and promises, but I believe with all my heart, and Johnny does too, that this is something that can take a landscaping company, a forestry company, or any other type of company that has a skid steer as its core tool in the business. If they're struggling, or if you haven't even bought the equipment yet and you want to get into the business, the course is designed to take those kinds of people with one skid steer, one truck, one trailer, and transform them into a business that has multiple pieces of equipment and even multiple employees if you want to have that. So what we've done is we've set up a free training. Well, it's really the full course. You can go sign up and get the first week totally free, no obligations at all. And at the end of the first week, you get a website template that I have used for my clients that is high converting. And you can go out and have a real simple website made by GoDaddy and all that stuff. But in my experience, that stuff does not actually convert website visitors into phone calls. So one of the first things that has to be done before you get your marketing straightened out is you got to have an outstanding website. It's really a landing page that has been tried and tested out in the field and is known to take visitors and convert them into calls. But in order to know how to use that website template, you got to go through the first week of the course, and that's free. So what I'm asking you to do is go sign up for it. You get the first week free. You get the free website landing page template that you can download and upload to your own server. You get all that free. And at the end of the first week, or whenever, if you decide, hey, that's some good value and I think this course has what I want, then you can go ahead and buy the rest of the course if you want to. It's up to you. So what we've also done is we've set up a Facebook group that you can join after you've purchased the course, if you purchase it. And what happens is we're in that group, and if you have questions about anything, we can actually help you and walk you through the process of building out your marketing system. So you do get those calls coming in, every day of the week and consistently. And that's the only way you're going to grow your business. The Yelp and the Home Advisor and all these different services, the thing I've found with those is those services really generate the worst possible leads you can imagine. All the tire kickers and all the skeptics go over to Home Advisor. Think about it. Home Advisor is all about making sure that the consumer doesn't get ripped off or scammed by a contractor. So we've already started off on the wrong foot with all those services. And so I think that people who go and use those services to find contractors, they're going into the whole thing skeptical of who they're going to hire, and that's just not the way to do it. So when people search for a service out there, you don't want you know, your company to show up in the list with 10 other companies, so they can call them all in a row and get 10 quotes. You know, you want your website to show up above HomeAdvisor and above Yelp and all of them, and you want to be standalone. You want to have your own branding. You want to have your own company up there. You know, you don't want people to contact 3 and 5 people and get quotes from everybody, and you're one of them. Forget that. You want them to call you one time, and you close them over the phone. That way they don't need to call anybody else. And that's how we do marketing today in 2019. In the course, I'm going to show you all the platforms that I believe work, or that are working for me and my clients. Huge value, and it's all free. So there'll be a link somewhere around this video, maybe below or maybe on the side. Click on the link or the button or whatever, go over, check out the course, and engage with us on the Facebook group.